All right. So, like I said, Divya Agrawal couldn't be here today. Last minute personal emergency. She is fine, but she asked me to do her pitch for her, which I have never ever done. So, cut me some slack if I go over my 8 minutes. I will give this my best shot. So, Zesty. Okay, this is what got me excited about Zesty. I'm sitting there thinking, what are you talking about? Custom cakes? That sounds like a really small market. This is what happened during COVID. People started going, well, I don't want to go to the supermarket to go shopping, but maybe I can find a local artisan baker who can deliver the cake to me here locally. And at that time, there were only 4 states that allowed bakers to bake at home. Since COVID, through COVID, all 50 states created licensing for that. And as you can see, the trend just kept on going. All of a sudden, this is not COVID in and then after COVID going back out. People discovered that you can get an incredible looking cake, an incredible tasting cake with incredible natural ingredients and customize it to all of your guests, some of whom are gluten-free or sugar-free or whatever it is. And that once they've tasted it, they're never going to go back. So that was the first interesting thing, just looking that up and then realizing, oh my God, it's a $9 billion market. So the bulk of the margin in this industry is not the sheet cake at QFC. It is actually increasing number of custom cakes. This is also cupcakes and cookies and related products, but custom, premium. I did this myself for my wife's 60th birthday. I ordered on Zesty. I had this fantastic. I had 3 bids. They were all gorgeous. I just took some pictures from Pinterest, uploaded it, and got 3 bids back. And universally, every single person said, this is the most amazing cake I've ever had at a birthday party, right? It looked amazing, but it tasted amazing. And once you do that, well, what do you think is going to happen for the 65th wedding anniversary? Am I going to go back to a sheet cake? No, I'm not going to be able to. So people have discovered this. But as big as the industry is, as a $9 billion segment of baked goods, is these premium cakes and cookies and cupcakes. The funny thing is, it's still a relatively backwards industry. So you got people who went into it because they like baking, and they don't like answering the phones or building websites, and they really don't like taking customizations, very difficult. So frustrating experience, origin story for Divya. She is not a baker. She was just trying to buy a birthday cake and realized, oh my God, I'm smiling and dialing here and trying to reach bakers who are in the kitchen, and it's a very frustrating process, takes a long time. Today, 80% of these transactions are still going into the bakery and ordering in person. There are some other software players here that are just managing sort of the back end for some of the larger bakeries. And by the way, this is professional bakeries, custom, boutique bakeries as well, not just the at-home bakeries. I should make that clear. But it's not the grocery store. It's not the Baskin-Robbins. And then you've got your supermarkets. Minimal customer service, minimal, we'll put your kid's name on there, but no, we're not going to tune this for your flavor profiles or, you want different frosting or you want a picture on it kind of thing. Well, some of them do the 3D printing on there, but, or sorry, not 3D, what did you call it, Brent? The cake you had, what do they call that? Custom printing of an image, but they're not going to customize it for, you've got some guests that need different things, have a nut allergy or whatever. So in general, you have a disorganized market. You got a lot of people who are looking to buy these products, a lot of people who are making them, and they have a difficult time finding each other. So their solution starts with a SaaS application for the bakers. So the bakers don't really put up very good websites, so they put up their beautiful website, order management, customization, bid management, and as you go up the scale here, you pay a higher and higher take rate. But what they're doing really is building a marketplace. So at first, it's just the minimal software is just, hey, run your bakery on this. Is really cool. Instead of having your customers call you, have them go to your website, your bakery on their website, and place these orders and get quotes and manage delivery and so on. It goes all the way up to hey, they're finding customers for these bakers, and they're also doing a very, very important part, which is very hard, which is delivery. So you can't scale your bakery if you're the one driving it around to all your customers. That's time out of the kitchen. And they've managed to figure out a way in 99% of the country to get delicate cakes delivered without breaking them. You cannot hand it to a DoorDash driver who will not make it. Right? So they have specialty delivery companies that are doing this on their behalf, and that will allow the bakers to scale a lot faster. So they have B2C and B2B both, as it turns out. So the corporate side has become very, very interesting, and at the moment is momentarily at least outshadowing the consumer side and may be a source of dominant growth. We shall see. It's still early. I'll talk about that in a minute, but they have basically three ways to go to market. They do events. So like a Tupperware party, they do cake picnics. Anybody ever been to a cake picnic? It's a wild, wild thing. Go check it out on Instagram. But they did one at Gasworks Park in the summer and sold 500 tickets in 48 hours. Lots of wait list. Good revenue, actually. Actually made money at this event, but 500 people showed up to eat cake. It's pretty wild. They are allowed to bring their own, or they buy one of the cakes that they have available there. Everybody has to bring a cake, and they sit around and eat it and take a lot of Instagram pictures. 125,000 Instagram hits on that before the event in 48 hours. So it's a phenomenon. It's a new thing. So that's one way. Partnerships, this is very exciting. So Bon Appetit owns Compass Catering, which is the largest corporate caterer in the country. And they got an order for the Gates Foundation, and that turned into a weekly order. And now they are onboarding all of their bakers into their system. And that's literally the largest corporate catering company in the country now is officially partnering with Zesty to get to all their bakers to do all these beautiful custom cakes. And they're sometimes for a gala, sometimes for an employee party, sometimes for clients. You know, wealth management firms sending stuff out to their clients kind of thing. So the partnerships with corporate events and gifting is another area. And SEO in particular is a green space for them. They stand to do incredibly well with SEO because these bakers don't know how to build good websites. And of course, paid ads in the future as well. Right now they're doing mostly organic. So I think we talked about those two things here. So yeah, right now they've taken their first 325 orders, 25% repeat order rate. The cool thing on the consumer side in particular is that once they record your anniversary, your birthday, you know, your kid's graduation, blah, 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 there's going to be these repeats of those events. So building up the mailing list of when is your anniversary so we can hit you 3 weeks before. Hey, remember last year? Do better this year. You know, go on Pinterest and find the photos you like, and a baker will make something like that for you. So currently they are in Seattle. Oh, okay, great. Danny, like I said, cut me some slack. I never rehearsed this. All right. They're going to be rolling out city by city, but they can take bakers now everywhere for their SaaS platform. And then as they get a critical mass of bakers in a city, then they can turn on their marketing. So that's their national rollout model. The margins are fantastic in this. They're getting an average 18% take rate on the transactions, proverbial hockey stick growth. The customer acquisition cost has been really impressive, and especially because they're using some methods like going through corporate sales partners and SEO that are not costing them anything. This is Divya. She would be standing up here. She had 15 years in marketplaces. I think it was 10 years at Amazon, 10 or 15 years at Amazon. Achin's her co-founder and CTO. He is in San Francisco, or he would be here. Greta, many of you know, is their fractional CMO, and Ty Wolf-Jones helped them figure out. He was the guy who launched Uber and DoorDash here in the Northwest and helped them figure out their whole delivery model, which is key. And so highly acquisitive space. There's a lot of companies like 1-800-Flowers and Etsy that are getting deeper and deeper into this. You imagine, if you're buying flowers, you're probably also buying a cake. for that party, right? So lots of exit channels. Their funding round right now is the Venture Mechanics Hybrid Pre-Seed Safe, which has, they're raising to do those things that you see there, launching the first 3 additional cities, and then they'll do a seed round of to scale across to 30 cities. And that's it. I'll take your questions. How did I do? Yeah. I've heard her pitch a few times, but I've never done it in her stead. Any questions? Can you step up to the mic? Hi, Suad.
When's the next cake picnic?
The next cake picnic, I think, is going to be in Portland in October, if I remember correctly, right in the downtown Pioneer Courthouse Square, yeah. It's quite a phenomenon. I thought it was a joke when I first heard it, but apparently there's been a few of them around the country, usually put on by the bakers themselves, and it's like the Tupperware party. It's the coolest place to get across. The other thing that was amazing, by the way, when I ordered the cake for my wife's birthday party, is that there's 25 people there, there's 25 business cards to take away, right? Like everybody who's experienced that going away. So the word of mouth marketing is literally word of mouth. Any other questions? Gio.
So what's Divia's strategy for preventing Uber or Etsy or 1-800-Flowers from taking over the market?
So Uber cannot do this. First of all, it's the baker that's making it, not the Uber driver, right? The Uber driver cannot deliver a delicate cake. They will absolutely destroy it on the way. So there are special ways in which they package it, but these drivers are specifically dealing with delicate delivery and timely delivery also. And they've never messed up a delivery. They always have a backup baker ready to go in case something happens, the Uber driver crashes, that they can rush it. 1-800-Flowers isn't in the category yet. They do the flowers. Etsy, it's like up to you to go try to find somebody on Etsy. Good luck, right? This is one marketplace, and then you can pick which bakers you want to bid on it based on the gallery of work that you can see that they have done.
Okay, so a little bit more about the delivery services. So is Zesty managing the deliveries themselves, or is this contract? Is this like local shops that are?
So it's Roadies, and I can't remember the other one, but the reason they use them is they have their own dispatch, and it's a live dispatch, and if anything goes wrong with the delivery, they immediately call Zesty. Immediately, right? So proactive. It's not even the driver. It's a dispatcher that's calling them saying, we had a problem, we had a car accident or something. But they specialize in delicate deliveries, which an Uber driver is just going to be like my son who did that for a while, and he'd be brutalizing that cake. I can't imagine what condition it would show up in. One more question? Okay, we're ahead of schedule, so we have time. You're cutting me slack for first-time pitch.
So it's a little bit interesting because it's e-commerce, so there's a network, but it's also like local, right? You're not going to order a cake from somebody.
Yes.
So how does network effects work in a situation like that?
So you have to delicately manage the number of bakers that you're onboarding with the order volume, right? You don't want to have too many bakers that are not getting any business from you, unless they're just using the software for running their shop. But if they're looking at the marketplace aspect of it, they pay a higher take rate if they're participating in the marketplace. At the time she turns on a city and they start investing in advertising in that city and making sure that there's good flow, they're just constantly managing how many bakers they're bringing on. The good news is there's no cost of customer acquisition on that side of the marketplace. So a lot of marketplaces, VCs don't like them because you got customer acquisition costs on both sides, but it's very, very easy, and the bakers have typically been coming to them when they hear about it from other bakers. Like Compass came to them through one of their bakers in the first place, right? So did I answer your question? Yeah? Okay.